3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Today is July 3rd, 2020. It is approximately, what time is it? It's approximately 3:45 in the PM on a nice hot day in El Paso, Texas. Today, guys, once again, I'm joined by producer of the podcast, Lena. Say what's up.
Hi, hello.
Also today with me, guys, Misa's here. Misa, say what's up.
Yo, what it do?
Hey. And also, guys, to help us on episode 33 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, we have a very special guest. His name is Nick Hinojos. Say what's up, Nick.
Yo, what's good?
So, guys,
Nick.
for you guys that don't know who Nick is, he's a friend of the podcast. He's been on the podcast before. He was actually on the very first episode of Conversing with Chris, the podcast. So if you guys want to go check out how terrible of an episode that was, go back to episode number 1 of this and check that out. And then he was also on episode number 10, which we did like probably 2 months after that episode. So go check that shit out, guys, if you want to. Also, guys, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and like our Instagram page, or the other way around, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Shout out to our boy Blue, who's actually he's an audience member today. So shout out to Blue.
Yeah. You want to say a shout out, Blue? Say what's up, Blue? Yo.
He just pops up.
Bro, you know that game at Peter Piper, the whack-a-mole game? Like his head came through just like that. Like just All right, guys. So let's get into this podcast. Nick, for the people who don't know who you are, go ahead and introduce yourself to the pod and let them know what's up.
My name's Nick. I grew up here. I actually just came back for the weekend just to visit my dad for his
Where
birthday.
you from?
From here, from EP.
Yeah, but where you living
I live
right
in
now?
San Antonio right now.
Oh, San Antonio. Yeah.
The 210, baby.
Sounds like San Antonio.
Yeah, dude. So I actually just came down to surprise my dad for his birthday.
Oh, nice, man. Happy birthday to your dad.
Hey, yeah, shout out Mikey.
Happy
Shout out Mikey.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Sound like that.
Happy birthday, dear Mikey. Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Yay.
There we go. Okay. That was fucking terrible. That was a bad rendition of Happy Birthday, but shout out to you, Uncle Mike.
Speaking
Happy
of
birthday
birthdays,
to you. Happy birthday to my little nephew, Zachary. Everybody has birthdays in July. My grandma's birthday's coming up. My birthday's coming up. Nick's birthday's coming up.
Our compadre Danny.
Danny's
Derek.
birthday's
My
coming
birthday's
up.
coming up.
Shout out
Derek's
Derek.
coming up. Everybody's coming
My
up in
birthday's
July.
coming up.
When's your
My birthday's coming up.
When's your birthday, Misa?
November 1st.
It's coming up in like 4 months.
Hey, it's coming up though.
Yeah, that's true. It is
Right?
very much coming up. It's very much not coming down. It's very much coming up. So that's true. So, guys, we're going to do what we normally do on this podcast. It's a tradition unlike any other. We're going to crack this celebratory beer here. You guys know what's coming.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Constipation.
Never thought water would sound that great.
That one was a little rough, man. I'm not going to lie. So go ahead and tell us, Nick, real fast, what you're doing out there in San Antonio. What made you move over there?
Right now I'm actually working for a communication and networking company, but I'm on furlough, so I'm just chilling at home right now.
Hey, he's getting paid more than us just to chill,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm actually cashing out just to chill.
How much are
Living
they?
the
How
life,
much are they giving you right now? Just if you want to disclose that.
A little over $2,000 every 2 weeks.
Damn, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I'm snapping necks and cashing checks. You know,
All cash, huh?
all
In a suitcase.
direct deposits, son.
Damn, dude.
Oh, that's
You already
crazy.
know.
So let me get this straight. You get paid to hang out with your dog and work out and eat healthy.
Yup, that's basically it. And play PlayStation.
The fucking life.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been doing the wrong shit this whole time.
Oh, dude, we've been going
I've
to
been
work
teaching
and
my
getting
kids
paid
the
for
wrong
nothing.
things.
That's true. That's true. So, guys, one thing we wanted to talk about on this podcast is if you guys joined us on our last Facebook Live, we had a little thing where people were instructed to go do a rate and review on our Apple Podcast page, and everybody who participated would be inserted into a raffle, and we had another hydro flask that we gave away. Nick was actually the winner of that hydro flask. So
Shout out to Nick.
Go ahead and describe
son.
what it is that you have in your hand right there.
It's like a Yeti type glass, gold. You gotta
Beautiful.
match with the fit.
Shout out to Blue. He also had won a previous little competition where we asked the podcast to go find where in the episodes where I did a Metallica impression, and Blue was able to locate it and sent it over to us, and so he also got himself a hydro flask, the same thing as Nick's, but I think his is a silver plated one.
Yeah, he's got it right here.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
Yeah, he's using it right here.
Yep.
Cheers,
I
man.
got some Mike's
Salud.
Hard lemonade right here.
Nice, dude.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
So for sure that shit's gonna keep that shit extra cold. So I just want to take the time to personally thank you guys both for supporting our podcast. You guys are always there listening to us. You guys really do help support us and spread the podcast to people you know. So thank you guys for that. Round of applause to Nick and Blue. You got any words for these guys, Misa?
Yeah, good job. Keep it coming, guys. Shit. I'll try and find another gift. I'll buy you guys lunch, take you out on a date after all this shit's over for sure.
He'll take you to Wing Daddies if you guys want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so those are some little thoughts we wanted to give on the podcast. I wanted to ask Nick, because he's been a part of this podcast since the very beginning, if he had any thoughts on what the podcast has turned into now with the addition of Misa. Any thoughts that you can give us, Nick, on that?
I think it's legit now. Just the way you guys are marketing
You hear that, Chris?
Just the way you guys are marketing yourselves, you know? The YouTube, all that, dude, like it makes a difference. You know, and you get your name out there.
What's your favorite part of the podcast?
I like the questions at the end.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The questions at the end. You know, you get a taste of who the person is, you know, and like what they think. And I think that's cool.
Hey, bro, we got some questions at the end for you. Boy, do we. Also, guys, we're also going to do a new segment to the podcast. It's going to be the Who Knows Chris Best segment, where we're going to pit Nick and Lena against each other to see who knows me the best. A little background, guys. Me and Lena have been dating for 8 years now, and me and Nick are literally like brothers. Like, we grew up together. We're 5 years apart. I've spent more time with this guy probably than anybody else in my life. So if anybody knows me here, it's these two. And I have some questions for them that I'm going to ask them. And then, Misa, you're just going to commentate on the side. You're going to be like the play-by-play.
Yeah, Chris, because I don't even think
know?
you know yourself, dude.
No, I don't. Even when
This is going to be good. I'm ready for
when I
that.
was coming up with these questions, I was like, dude, what's the fucking answer to this?
You had to ask them questions that you knew
Yeah, I was
the
like,
answer to.
Yeah. So the questions are going to be real easy, but it's going to be a cool little game to play, I think. And then if Lena loses, me and her are going to break up like completely. So there's that on the line. No pressure, guys. Misa's
Jesus, that's harsh, man. This
So-
is like some Jerry Springer kind of shit.
He already
Right.
took my key.
All right, guys. So let's
He
get
already took my keys.
Change
Yeah.
the locks.
change the locks already. So let's get into this. We're going to start with the kicking things off segment as always, guys. We're going to go around the virtual Zoom meeting here, and we're going to, say what's new with us, and we'll start with myself this time. So, guys, I recently found out I was possibly exposed to somebody who had tested positive with COVID-19. And so as a precaution, I made the people around me aware, my work, people that I'm with all the time. And I actually went and got tested. And this was last Thursday. We're recording this on a Friday. Last Wednesday. So we're recording this on a Friday. So it's been over a week. And I literally, 10 minutes before we went on live on this podcast, I got the test results back. And I came back negative for COVID-19. So shout out to that.
Yes, dude. Yes. Hey, but how was it? How did they give you that test?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys about the test because that's the main reason I brought this up. But
Got big ass nostrils. It's perfect.
also, Lena had to get tested too. She also came
Me
back
too.
negative,
Big
so that's
nostrils.
good. But yeah, so what they do is, Yeah, those videos you see of them sticking that long swab up your nose, that's literally how they test you. Depending on where
Probably
you
use a
go.
plunger on your ass. Huh?
Yeah, dude. They stick it up your nose really fast, and it doesn't hurt that much, but what it does is it makes you feel really uncomfortable to have something go that far up your nose. So, like, my eyes started watering all crazy, and then I started, like, coughing, and the guy was like, "Are you all right, dude?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, you guys just stuck this big-ass thing in my nose. Like, sorry. Like, give me some time here. Shit, you know?" But yeah, so I'm glad I came back negative. So that's what's new with me, guys. I'm gonna throw it to Misa. What's new with you?
Dude, really nothing much. It's been a minute since we've recorded. When was the last time we recorded? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
But
dude.
but actually, I got a call from a friend earlier, and maybe we could talk about it another time. But this dude got like blackmailed by this chick that he met online. He just met her, and the whole story was like, I guess it's just added each other. I don't know what, I forgot what social media it was, but they started, messaging, and it started getting pretty kinky really fast. He told me.
Whoa.
So, like, bro, I didn't even know her name, but she had my pants down already and shit,
Oh,
you know?
shit.
Damn, dude. Like,
Jesus.
Not
so they exchanged, I guess they exchanged pictures or videos or whatever, and then
Are you sure?
next thing you know, she sent him a message kind of like, stay calm, but if you don't send me this much money, I'm gonna post this everywhere, and your family's gonna see this.
What?
What a tonto.
Hey, so
Dude, and you know what?
hold on real fast. Let me ask you, where did you say this? Where did he meet this chick? On what social
Somewhere
media?
online, dude.
Okay, he
I don't
probably
know
met
what
her
app, I
on
can't remember.
fucking Pornhub or something, dude. He was
No,
probably looking for
he
that.
Called us, he called us this morning. I can't remember what it was really early this morning. But I was just that shit was just hilarious. But man, he was telling me she was just like if she had all these messages already
Yeah.
ready to go, like for every answer and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, that's what girls do now for a living. And it probably wasn't even a girl.
It was
That's
probably
what I was
Like it's
gonna
probably
say.
some dude,
some
named Chris sitting at his house
Some dude
on his
named
day
Chris.
off and shit.
on his leave time from work because he had to go get COVID testing. So he started catfishing
Yeah.
random guys to make some money.
but but yeah, dude, it just made me realize, man, like how it's just nowadays just how anybody's just trying to make a buck,
Yep.
you know.
You gotta be
30
You gotta
money
be,
out there.
you gotta be smart on the internet, bro. It's like a black
Yeah.
market. So Lena, what's new with you?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I get calls like for the past 2 weeks. They're like, your social security number and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck you. And I hang up. But it's still like, if you're not educated on that type of like scams, like if you're older, they're going to fall for it. They're going to be like, oh shit, what do I do? What's next? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's new
My
with me?
wiener, my grandma, no.
Yeah, yeah. Or like if they're kidnapped, you know what I mean? Like people are gonna be like, "Fuck, you have so and so. Like I'll take out whatever money you need to like secure that person's safety." You know? So it's fucked up to exploit people like that, but people will do it.
America.
Yeah, right. Capitalism. Honestly, just the same thing as Chris. We've been isolating, kind of chilling back because we just weren't really sure. I got my results and mine were negative as well, but it's uncomfortable, but it's like mummification type shit. Like you don't think how far it can go up there till it's there. It's
Like scratching that itch in the back of your head that you've always had. You
just
can't
the
get.
forehead. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I understand like why they have to do it, but it's just, I don't know, like you don't expect it to feel the way that it does until you're experiencing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I probably just have like a natural reaction and slap whoever's doing that to me.
That's what I thought.
Knock him out.
I thought I was gonna be like aggressive with it. You know what I mean? And be like, nah, get that shit out my nose, homie. Back up. Start flinch.
Hey, you gotta take me out on the drink first.
Yeah, start flinching all crazy when he gets near you, and he's just like, "Whoa, dude, I'm just trying to do my job." All right, Nick, what's new with you, dude?
Like I said earlier, I just drove into town. Yeah, nothing much, man. Just been chilling, not working.
Well,
Just
what are your
kicking it at
plans
home.
for while you're here, man?
No, just hang out with the family, bro. See some friends.
Everything's
some old
closed,
friends.
man. You
Yeah,
came
I
at
know
the
it
wrong
sucks.
time. You should have told your dad to pick another birthday.
Right? Postpone your birthday, bro. Nah, but yeah, dude, just
You're
been
the only one
chilling.
available, I guess. Yeah.
Also I start school Monday, doing some summer classes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so yeah,
School's for
nothing
fools.
much, man.
Hey, so real fast, just because I know these dudes lived in San Antonio. So where in San Antonio are you living at? Like, what's the area called?
Medical center.
Did you live over there?
Yeah,
Mr.?
yeah, that's where we lived.
All right, so you
Me and
got
Blue used to live around there. What was the street name?
Fairhaven.
Fairhaven.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Right on like Medical Street.
Nah,
and then
I live
Fairhaven.
like right off of Fredericksburg.
Oh, I didn't even know where that
Yeah,
is.
410 Fredericksburg and Callahan.
By the Whataburger?
Nah, there's like a Chacho's right there.
Whataburger.
There's a Whataburger everywhere, so I was like,
Dude, there's
dude,
fucking
Whataburger.
Whataburgers everywhere over there.
Quickie stop.
Okay, so I thought you guys might have had some, like knowledge of the area, but apparently no.
Nah.
So
Hey, in San Antonio, you just gotta stick to your block, and that's it.
I way, damn, bro, San Antonio's like that.
That's right. That's where I came from.
Spent like a year. Or two
Spent
there.
like a year, yeah. What? And then you stuck to your block, and your block burned down. So then you went home.
Yeah, dude. That
Okay.
shit was too fire, so I had to go.
That shit was too far.
All right, so me and Nick, like I said earlier, we're like brothers. We grew up together. I'm gonna tell a few stories. Story time with Chris, if you will. That's what this segment's gonna be called. So me and Nick are 5 years apart, right? So I'm just gonna help set the scene, give you guys some context for this story I'm about to
Dude.
tell you.
I would have said probably 10.
We're literally 5 years apart.
Yeah. And they're both born in July.
So one time, guys, when Nick was probably like, I would say like a small infant, maybe like 6 or 7 months old, we were at his apartment. Well, not his apartment because he's a 6-month-old baby, so he doesn't. Yeah, his parents' apartment.
You never know, man.
You never know, right? 2020. I don't know why, but he's laying on the floor, right? Like just a baby on the floor, as innocent as can be.
Bro, what am I doing on the floor? I'm a fucking little baby, and I'm on the floor.
I don't know.
Maybe
dude.
that's how they had you. Then you had like a little bowl of food and water next to you.
So he's on the floor, right? And I was there with him. My aunt, which is his mom, was there. She was like watching us at the time. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to go ahead and step on this guy who has a 6-month-old baby.
Oh my God, Chris.
And I remember this because I got in a lot of trouble, but I don't know why I did it. So he was on the floor and I stepped on him. And I think I did it like a few times because I got caught at some point.
Yo, that's the first I'm ever hearing that.
Oh my
You know what I mean?
He's like, yo, I just stepped on you once, and your mom got pissed.
But,
But now
well-
I'm hearing a few times.
So, like,
yeah.
Nick's like, no wonder I've never been able to walk.
I got like bad stomach problems and shit.
It makes sense.
So I got caught, and his mom starts freaking out, obviously, because I'm a 5-year-old kid, so I'm not little anymore.
How big were you, Chris? That's what I want to know.
I mean, I was probably like 40 pounds. Like
I mean, I don't know,
but,
he
I
was
mean,
a
still,
chunky
dude,
baby
like,
from what I was told.
this guy is 6 months old, so I'm there stepping on him, and then his mom sees all this. She starts fucking panicking, bro. She starts like crying and going into like a nervous breakdown. And then she rushes us over to my grandma's house, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And she bathes me in like holy water because she thinks I'm like a terrible kid now.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Because I just stepped on a
Oh,
little baby. And then, yeah, dude, that's just like one memory like I'll never forget, dude. Like, I don't know why I did that. It was crazy.
Hey, how many babies have you stepped on before him?
The first and only baby I've ever stepped on.
That we know
wow,
of.
dude.
No.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm
Nick,
telling
dude.
you
You
that-
should have won more than that hydro flask.
Yo, don't let them babysit your kids. Whatever you do, don't let them
Don't have
babysit
kids,
your
Chris.
kids.
I'm definitely rethinking the kids in our future.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
Yeah.
gonna have kids, but that's
Yeah.
just one story that I always remember, dude. And I don't know why.
But at the same time, who the hell's gonna leave a baby on the floor?
Dude, right?
Jesus. Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
hey
It
Nick,
wasn't-
you need to talk to your mom about that.
it
Yo,
was-
but a few times this guy stepped on me. A few times. Like, what the fuck,
It's
dude?
because Chris can't do shit right the first time, so he's
Right?
like, no, I didn't like that.
I was like, wait, I just stepped on him. Should I do it again? And I was like, all right, let's try it one more
That feels
time.
squishy.
See, now I'm really worried.
But yeah, this was a long time ago, man. This was just something that like it always stuck with me. And like on the previous episodes where Nick had been on, we had never really talked about our like past and our childhood. So this was something I felt like needed to be brought up, and that way everybody can know
That you're crazy.
I'm a crazy, terrible person. Do not leave a baby with me because I may or may not step on it.
Public service announcement.
PSA, guys.
And also, don't leave your babies on the floor, people.
Yeah, don't put your babies on the floor.
And don't leave
Man.
babies on the floor because the floor gets stepped on and your baby might get stepped on. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Okay, but
Several times on purpose.
my favorite one of you guys is the one that you told me about California. That's like the first story I ever heard about Nick.
Okay, we'll get into the California hot tub story here in a little bit because that's a good
Hot
one.
tub.
Yeah, there's a hot tub
Yeah.
and there's a beach involved. So we'll get into that one right now. But another fucking thing that me and Nick used to do all the time was, have you ever seen The Waterboy, Misa?
Oh, I love that movie, dude.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is go ahead and tell the audience what the movie's about, just in case there's somebody who hasn't seen the movie.
Pretty much about this guy who's a mama's boy,
Bobby Boucher.
and he's a water boy also, but he's always wanted to play football.
Right.
And he ends up getting on the team, lying to his mom about it, but that's pretty much the whole story. He gets on it and he kicks ass, and he's still the water boy too.
Yeah, he doesn't let anything hold him back from his dreams. It's inspirational.
Well, mama don't know. Won't hurt her.
So that movie, when me and Nick were little, was on repeat, literally like 24/7, 365, bro. No joke. Like,
What's your favorite part?
shit. My favorite part would be when the girl comes over for the first time and they're eating like crocodile, like they're grilling the crocodile, right?
Yeah.
And then they start talking about like, oh, Bobby should play football and all this, right? And then the mom gets all defensive and calling football the devil, and then she brings down Bobby and is like, you know, he still wets the bed, right? And then he's like, yeah, that's the sheet right there. And they show his bed sheet hanging, full of piss. Like that to me is probably the funniest part, or the part, you know, that everybody knows, the mandula oblongata with the crocodile. And that, you know, and Adam Sandler or Bobby Boucher's reference is that the crocodiles are mad because they have all these teeth and no toothbrush. You know what I mean? So that to me is one of the funniest parts of that movie. What about you, Misa? What's your funniest part of that movie?
Man, there's a lot, but the parts
movie.
where it was just always crack me up were those random parts where that guy would just yell out like we suck again.
Yeah.
Group hug in the showers. We can do it. We can win. So that one coach that can't speak. He's
Oh,
like,
the farmer Dan or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
He's funny. When he speaks, he's like, blah, 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 blah,
remember that time Bobby Boucher went on that thing and
In the locker room.
yeah, dude, fucking.
Fuck yeah.
Guys, if you guys haven't seen the Waterboy, you guys need to go watch
That's
that.
an OG movie.
I don't even like movies, and that movie's the shit.
Honestly, I'm a really big Adam Sandler fan, so like, I mean, Waterboy is cool, don't get me wrong, but I fucked with Big Daddy way more than that. And I think it just like it depends like on your type of funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because there's not very many movies I'm not really into that he does, but that one just, I thought Big Daddy was funnier.
Yeah. Wait, which one was first?
Shit, I don't know.
Because dude, I was like 3 years old.
Do you know which
watching
movie
those
came out
movies.
first, Waterboy or Big Daddy? I feel like Waterboy came out
for
first.
sure, Waterboy came out.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yo, Big Daddy's an awesome movie too. What's your favorite part from Waterboy, Nick?
I think when they're in the classroom and he knows the answer, and the dude next to him's like, raise your hand. And he does it all fucked up. Like he doesn't like raise it. He does it like all fucked up.
Yeah, dude. That movie's hilarious, bro.
But see, I like Happy Gilmore too. That's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so Big Daddy was 1999, and
Waterboy had to be like 96,
well, I'm still looking. Hold on.
98.
1998.
Okay, so a year apart. Great movies. All around. Like I said, I don't even like movies, and I like a lot of those Adam Sandler movies because it's hilarious stuff.
Yeah, man, those were we were like 8, 9 years old when all those movies came out.
Yeah, dude, that was like prime time. This guy was like 4 years old.
Yeah,
back
like
then.
4, dude.
Anger management.
Getting stepped
Yo,
up by Chris.
it's because my dad will literally show us like all the badass movie, like every single badass movie. Probably, I think Happy Gilmore is my favorite. Definitely. Fuck yeah.
Do you have a favorite Adam Sandler movie, Misa?
Oh man, dude, it's between Happy Gilmore and the Waterboy, dude. But see, because there's also that one movie where he has that remote.
Click. We
Click.
talked about this earlier.
Flick.
Look, hold on. We talked about this movie earlier, and Lena's like, you know which movie I really didn't like? Spanglish and Flick. And me and Nick were like,
No. You're not telling it right. Nick was like, yeah. And Chris like wasn't saying anything because he never pays attention. And then like, I want to say a few minutes later, not a lot, Nick's like, wait, did you mean Click? And I was like, fuck, you knew what I meant. Yes. Oh, 50 First Dates with Drew Barrymore.
That's a good one. That's
Are
a
you? No, get out of here. Come
That's a
on.
good movie too.
That's a good rom-com. You know it.
Well, I mean, I guess it's okay, but I mean, the idea of having to make this girl fall in love with you every single day, is it really worth it?
God forbid.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting, bro. Imagine that in real life. Like, let's be realistic here. Every
That's
single
dedication, man. I'm sure it's happened.
You guys think I'm heartless? There's Chris.
day, bro. Like,
Savage.
this guy doesn't have
No, that's nothing. No.
dude. I mean, I'm just being
Mr.
logical
Deeds?
about this.
Oh my god.
Oh, Mr. D. Fuck yeah, crazy eyes.
Yeah.
So okay, so
Chuck and Larry. I now pronounce
What about
you
that time where
wrong.
what's it
Hey,
he's like
Chris.
some hairstylist, is he?
Oh, Zohan.
Zohan, yeah.
Yo, that
yeah.
movie's funny
I
as
never
fuck.
saw that one actually.
That movie's
I would say Big Daddy is my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah,
and
mine too.
that's the one I'm gonna go with. Big Daddy. So
Sausage biscuit.
let's keep this fucking podcast moving. I have another story I wanted to tell you guys about our boy Nick here. Right? All right, guys. So let's set the scene. It's about 2009, right? I had just graduated high school. Nick's probably about 15 years old, 14 years old
14.
at the time. Our family sets off on a family road trip to Los Angeles, California to go to Disneyland and the wonderful magic of Disney. You know, it's all bullshit when you're older. It's not that fun when you're 18 or 14 going to Disneyland. Like, the rides suck.
It's like fucking
California
waiting
Adventure
in
was
line
closed.
like at the DMV.
No, this is worse because, like, you're there with a bunch of
You're
kids and then,
outside.
like, you're outside and then everything there is expensive. Like, even if you want a water, it's like $25 for a water bottle. And then to throw it away is another $15. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, they just fuck you all over the place. But anyway, so we go.
All over the place.
Yeah, so let me set the scene for you guys. We had got in a hotel on the beach in Anaheim, literally next to the beach. Like, we had a walkway from the hotel that was straight to the beach. And then that day we went to Disneyland, right? So our whole family was together. All the family went, you know, to go do all the kid stuff, go take pictures with Mickey, go do all the Disneyland stuff.
All the hood rat shit.
Chris got a picture with Mickey.
Yeah, me and Nick were like, I'm out, or we're out. So we went off and did our own thing, right? And we tried to go to California Adventure, and California Adventure was like closed or some shit for that time. So there was no cool rides for us, dude. So we were literally in there, bored as hell, like nothing to do,
Eating corn dogs.
eating corn dogs.
Dude, I kid you not, we had like 20 corn dogs.
Yeah, we ate like 20 corn dogs in there.
That's all we
Man,
did.
that's like a grand right there.
Yeah,
Right?
dude, that shit was fire though.
Yeah, they were.
Anyway, so this is what happened.
Corn dogs.
During the whole time that the family's at Disneyland, me and Nick eventually end up sneaking out of the park. Maybe not even sneaking out because they didn't really
Fuck
care
out.
where we were. So we dipped out of Disneyland. We didn't have a car or anything, so we got a taxi. We drove. We got taxi.
Dude.
The taxi cost like $57 too, by the way, for like 2 seconds. And we went all the way to a gas station. And eventually, I was able to get somebody to buy us some beer. And we're both underage, but it's
Stranger
California, and you know what I mean. Like, things happen. So some guy bought us some beer. So, you know, we start, you know, nothing crazy. We just start hanging out, drinking, and we ended up walking back to Disneyland so that we would have time to drink the beer, right? We also had like some little, like the little plastic shooter bottles. So we took those also for later. And we cruise all the way back to Disneyland walking. It takes us like 2 hours probably because we were just like bullshitting, you know, we didn't have anywhere to go.
And this whole time, your parents were like, not like, yo, what ride are you guys at?
Ah, dude, they didn't.
Nah,
No,
dude,
they
Want another corn dog?
They were fine.
No, dude,
You guys
because
want another corn dog?
they literally just gave us money and we're like, here, dude, we'll see you
did.
guys at 8:00 tonight. Like, we'll meet for the fireworks show and that's it, you know?
Good fucking luck.
So we literally, we dipped the clock from the park at like 2:00 and we didn't make it back there till around like 4 or 5, whatever. At the whole time we're drinking, this guy's 14 years old.
Nah,
so
dude, I was like 12.
yeah,
Dude,
he
I
was
like
little,
12,
dude.
Because you're 5 years apart.
He was little,
A
dude.
12-year-old drinking. Picture that. Walking to Disneyland.
Yeah. So he's drinking. We're both drinking, and like we make it back. Everything's fine. We meet with the family. Nobody knows anything. Nobody can tell. Everything's good. And then we go back to the park. We have dinner, I'm imagining, somewhere. And then we end up back at our hotel, right? And, you know, same thing. All the family's getting ready to go to bed. And they're like, you guys go do whatever you want. Me and Nick, we hit the pool and the hot tub, right? And we're sitting in the hot tub, bro. And this guy's had like probably like 3 beers and maybe like half a shot, right? And we're sitting in the hot tub. I look at him and he's like crying almost. And then he's like, I feel like I'm gonna die, bro. And okay, so not only that, but his little sister Lexi, shout out to Lexi, she was with us too, but she didn't know what was going on. She was even smaller than this guy.
Yo, and there was a couple too.
But yeah, and then there's a couple there that was with us, but none of them know what's going on, right? So Nick says this, I feel like I'm gonna die. So like the couple's like, you guys are weird, we're out of here. And then Lexi, his little sister's hanging out with us. And then I'm like, yo, go up there and get him. Like, we had like a Gatorade in the hotel room, like on ice, like a nice red Gatorade, all cold. And so Lexi goes up, grabs a Gatorade, and I give it to Nick, and he starts drinking it. And he drinks like halfway through, and he's like, all right, I think I'm good. And by this time, he's already outside of the hot tub, and he's like chilling. You know what I mean?
Ah, you forgot a part.
What part did I forget? Well, you gotta help me out on this.
So like, so we're chilling in the hot, and I think that he just starts getting to me, and I get up and I go to the restroom. Dude, I'm staring in the mirror like sweating and hyperventilating, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna die.
Like a heat stroke and shit.
Dude, I keep telling myself I'm gonna die. Like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking die, dude. Like I'm faded, dude. And so
imagine somebody like in the stalls just listening to you, like, like,
dude. So yeah, so I was chipping out, and I walked back out, and I'm just chilling outside the hot tub. I'm like, I'm not going back in there. So then that's when this dude gets up and's like, yo, let's go sit down on the beach. And I'm like, fuck it, let's go, dude. Let's go. I just need to chill. All right, so tell him.
So okay, we get up. Like I said, the hotel was right on the beach, so you literally walk from the pool through a gate, and you're literally on the beach, right? So it's me, Nick, and I don't even remember if Lexi was with us at this point.
At this point, you said she wasn't.
I don't think she was, but it's just me and Nick. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night probably, and we're sitting on the beach, on a dark-ass beach. There's no lights around, and fucking I'm sitting there just looking at the beach, just chilling, and like Nick's next to me. But then I turn around and I realize he's not facing the beach.
I'm facing the hotel.
He's facing the hotel.
So his back is to the beach.
His back is to the beach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what's wrong?
Wow.
Like look at the beach. And then he's like, I can't, bro. I'm not gonna look over there, bro. I'm so scared of this shit, bro. He was tripping.
I was like, you know what's out there, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what's out there, dude?
Yeah, he's like, you don't know what's out there. You can't tell me that you know what's out there. I'm not gonna look.
Yo, we don't even know what's out there, bro.
And the worst part is I've seen you
That's a good
serious.
thing,
I
though.
can just picture it perfectly. You totally freaking
Dude.
out, but as serious as can be.
He was
dude.
tripping balls, dude, on the beach.
I was
and
tripping sad.
and he's like, I'm not gonna look, bro. You're not gonna make me look. You're not. Like, you don't know what's out there. You can't tell me what's out there. Can you? And I'm
Chris
like,
is all like, oh look, a boat.
no, and I was like, dude, yeah, I don't know what's out there because it's just water in an ocean, you know what I mean?
know, yeah. Chris
But
is on that
yeah, dude, fucking Nick, he was tripping out. It was hilarious.
You know what? I think my favorite part about that experience was the bus ride from Disney to our like parking spot, because like we're with all our family, dude, and I'm faded, and like they have no idea, dude, like at all.
Everybody thought everything was normal.
Yeah, like everything, like we're just chilling.
Like, oh
I
my
had no
god, Nick
idea.
is having a really good time in this vacation.
Yeah,
Why is Nick smiling so much?
Man, he really loved fucking Disneyland, man. That place was great. That little ride they had there, the whatever ride.
You had a whole Disney collection of like movies and shit when you got home.
I have the Mickey ears.
So anyway, that's enough with the California story. We do have another story or experience that Nick got to share with us. So a little more background on this one, guys. If you don't know, Lena, or Malena here, as we call her, she's actually from Moyarty, New Mexico, which is outside of Albuquerque through the Sandia Mountains.
East of Albuquerque.
So it's a small town vibe. It's not like living in El Paso. And one time that we went to visit, we actually took Nick over there with us, like on a short notice. So if you want, Nick, kind of just describe what Moriarty's like to the people who've never been there, if you can.
Okay, so if you're from El Paso and you know Donovan Street, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I would say so. I mean, it's just like one street through a little town. That's honestly what Donovan kind of is.
Yeah.
You know?
I fucking hate Donovan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we took him over there to Moriarty where there's really nothing to do. There's not much to see. It's your typical small town USA. Like, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy about it. So we went over there, and that way he could get a sense more or less where Lena is from. I had already been there before, so
Yeah. A couple times. I think.
I've been there a couple times, but the time we went, it was funny because we were there for like a whole weekend, and we ended up chilling with like Lena's uncles and her family, and one of them was named Chicken. The other one was named Hot Dog. So that was interesting to get to meet
I
those
forgot
guys.
about that.
So Moriarty is, yeah, it's really small. There's one elementary school, one middle school, and one high school. Essentially, like the Edgewood area, the Tijeras area, which is like the mountains. So like when you leave Albuquerque and you're heading into Moriarty, there's going to be mountains in between. So you go through the mountains, and that whole section, like that feeder school or those areas can go either to Albuquerque or they can go to Moriarty. So it's a very small area population wise. It's like 1,800 people.
Yeah, dude. So
2 exits. That's it.
Moriarty is a place where they would film like a scary movie, you know?
Yeah, they filmed a couple things over there. I mean, the funny thing is like where Dorothy and my dad lived, right across from them is where my grandparents lived. But when they passed, my cousin, which is the one they're talking about, his name is Chicken. His wife is named Kayla. They have 2 kids. In our family, we grew up with these nicknames. You know what I mean? So like, we don't call Chicken Mark very often. Like, he's called Chicken. You know what I mean? And like, same thing for his brother, Jeff. His nickname's Hot Dog. So people don't call him Jeff. People call him Hot Dog. You know what I mean? Like, growing up, like, this is just something that was like a part of our like family thing, tradition. But to be honest with you, a lot of people have nicknames where we're from.
So we went to Moriarty to hang out with the Chicken and the Hot Dog for...
I wonder how we got that name, you know? Like,
What would yours be, Nick? What would yours be? What would your nickname be?
Your small town USA nickname. Yeah, what would it be?
I think
Nick?
someone else would have to give it to me.
Okay, Misa, give him a small town USA nickname, and I'll give you one, and then Nick will give me one.
I already have Chris's one.
He's already got mine, so you give.
Everybody's got Chris's one.
Yo,
The one
could
that I
call
had
Chris-
for Chris was one that Lena has said with Tanya, the bacon and eggs.
oh, the bacon
there
eggs.
you go.
Nah, yo, I got a few.
I got a few.
I got Chip,
Sausage.
Chip.
or Baby Bird.
Oh my gosh, little bird.
Have you seen when a baby bird hatches and his hair's all like messed up and shit? That's how Chris is sometimes.
I was
Fucking
more
baby bird.
thinking like him getting out of bed, out of his blankets and shit.
And then just my little fucking
His
head.
hair's all fucked
look.
up.
I know what I can show you.
Baby
guys.
bird.
I feel like Misa's name would be like shit. I don't even know.
Suave.
Suave, yeah, something about his hair, like locks or some shit. Like,
Head and shoulders.
yeah, yeah, dude, that shit's hilarious.
Nick's would be like backbreaker because fucking Chris probably broke it.
Yeah, look, here's
Oh, for real.
some names from a Moriarty T-shirt, some nicknames just for you
Okay,
guys'
well,
context.
it's when my
So-
grandpa died, we made shirts for the funeral. So
So one of them is Bubba,
that's Robert.
you know, small town USA name. Other one, Doggy. So there's
Oh,
that
that's Hot Dog.
one. And then Chicken Hawk,
That's Chicken. That's Mark.
Pooh,
Pooh.
and
Christopher.
and Porky.
Porky.
And I think
That's Candy.
I think that would be good for Misa, Porky.
Porky.
Do you remember my cousin Candido?
Yeah.
His nickname's
fucked up.
Candy, but that's him.
All right, guys.
Porky.
Who do you think that one is?
I have no idea who Sparky
See, he
is.
skipped a whole fucking section. Sparky, Mini-Me, Magdalena,
Yeah, but
Evie,
those are
and
all
Yoli.
regular names.
I'd be
No.
down to be Sparky.
Guess who Sparky is?
Lena's would be like Lena's
Jude.
would be something like black
Yeah.
coffee.
Black coffee.
I know.
Lena's would be Bland. Splenda.
Mine was Magdalena.
All right, so let's go ahead and take
Fries with no salt.
flavorless. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, guys. When we come back from the break, we're gonna get into the Who Knows Chris Best segment. We also have our funniest things from the internet today and our 5 random questions with our boy Nick that we'll get into. So make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook, like our Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube page. If you guys listen to us on Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review. You can give us a 2 or 3 star if you want, but I would prefer a 5. And then leave an actual review though, like leave like a little like sentence or two on why you listen to the podcast. All that would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, guys, we're gonna take a break. This is episode number 33. Episode number 33, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. We will be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. Episode number 33 of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, featuring our boy, Nick Hinojos. Thanks again for being on the podcast, man. Guys, make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we will be uploading this whole episode, the live version of it on YouTube. So if you guys want to be able to see the visuals, it will be on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Nick, how do you feel like this podcast is going so far, dude?
I think it's going good. It's been a minute since I've been on.
Yeah, it's been a while,
So,
bro.
like, it's a good comeback.
Months.
So when I looked it up, I had written down, oh my goodness. So I looked it up in the first episode that you were on. Shit, where did it go? My
Episode
bad.
number 1.
Yeah, it was back in September.
Damn, that was a long time.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
podcast
yeah.
has come a long way. Misa,
fuck
what are
yeah.
your thoughts on this pod so far before we get into this new segment?
Oh, dude, so it's gone so far so good, man. It's good to know Nick finally. He won a gift. So we kind of deserve to know who the hell Nick is. At the same time, Nick, I feel like I need to give you some advice and maybe think about hanging out with Chris,
Damn, that shit was
just
about-
because, you know, he has stepped on you on purpose. He's gotten you drunk at a very, very young age. You never know, man. Has he taken you to a strip club lately or anything like that? Don't go.
You know what? I've never actually taken him to a strip club, but I do. You know, now in retrospect, now that I'm able to look at it in hindsight, I do feel really bad, man. I feel like I corrupted this kid at a very young age.
You're
at
the
this
cousin
point.
that the family's like, no, you can't hang out with Chris. Like, that's who he's become.
Yeah, but then I'm also the cousin that all the cousins want to hang out with. They're like,
Yeah.
yo, dude, I'm down to
Yeah.
kick it with you. Like,
true.
everybody's down to hang out with me. Like, I'm cool with all my cousins.
And that's what's weird is like how you get older and you shift into that, you know?
Hey, I'm out here playing my role, baby. That's it. You know, I'm an actor in my
Somebody's gotta do it.
I'm an actor in my movie, you know what I mean? I'm playing my role. So what's good? So, okay guys, so we have this new idea for this segment. It's called the Who Knows Chris Best segment between arguably my little brother. He's not technically my little brother, but he literally is my little
Arguably.
brother.
Basically.
No,
arguably.
fun fact, that's how he described, that's what you said. And I was like, really? You have a little brother? And he's like, okay, well, technically he's not my little
Technically not.
Yeah, but then, you know what I mean? But like
But
right off the shoot,
really,
that's what he
is.
said.
Okay, so it's a game between my girlfriend of 8 years, my little brother here, to see who knows me best. And these are 5 questions that I put together. Misa's gonna hang out in the background and he's gonna commentate, you know, and then he's gonna come in at the end and
Hey, real quick,
put in his
just to
2
make
cents.
things clear, man. I seriously thought you were Lena's girlfriend. All right, never mind.
He is.
Fuck you guys. You guys are assholes. I was trying to think of what I was like. Wait, did I say something wrong? And now I get what you guys are fucking doing. You know what I mean? Fuck you, Misa. Get out of here. Hey, your uncle's back, bro. He's back for episode
What?
33.
I thought he got deported, dude. We got this letter from Border Patrol.
Nah, I got him an immigration
We
lawyer.
got your uncle.
Now we got him covered.
I
I
got
guess
it.
I got another one.
Yeah, I got him an immigration lawyer, and you know, we'll be handling our proceedings accordingly. So tell him not to worry about anything. So let's get into these questions, guys. And there's 6 questions. I had a hard time writing these questions actually because, you know, if you think about it, I'm trying to make this game as fair as possible to both of them, and I don't want there to be any bias, even though
Baloney.
there probably will be. But I'm interested in to see how this goes. So, question number 1. Everybody knows I like to play video games, right? Can we agree to that, guys? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than the game FIFA, so FIFA's excluded, what is my favorite video game?
Oh.
Lena, you go or Nick will go first.
Damn, man. Besides FIFA?
Besides FIFA, you can't say
Like
FIFA.
that, like
Fuck.
that you like right now?
Just favorite
Or just
video
in general?
game. Just in general.
Just in general. Halo?
Okay, Lena's answer.
Madden.
So you got an answer on this?
Oh, you know what? On this one, I don't know how big of a Halo fan you were, but I mean, I know that you're a big football fan. So, with that being said, I think Lena's gonna take this one just because Madden continues to make new games. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Madden. I think Lena, for once, got something right.
I thought that was the. There we go. Okay, so yeah, actually, Halo's the correct answer.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So Nick got that one.
Hey,
The only reason I didn't say Halo was because you said it first.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can say Halo, and you
She's
guys can
lying,
both
she's
be
lying.
right.
No.
Yeah, she totally just lied about that. She totally
No.
just lied.
You know
about
why?
Hey, Gigi.
I got facts. Let me pull out the fucking
She
bookmark.
totally just pulled that out
The
of her
first
butt.
game he ever played the most, he said, was.
Halo.
That's why I'm saying that's what I thought. You know what I mean?
So
Man,
they-
the Halo 2 days.
dude,
Whatever.
the best days of my life.
Best
Whatever.
fucking days.
I learned to be a man on
so-
Xbox Live playing
Yo,
Halo
I was the
2.
first one to get the
Hey.
Xbox, and you would be at my house like every
Yeah,
day.
I was using you for
Oh,
your
yeah.
Xbox back
Yeah.
then, for sure. Okay, Misa, you ready for question 2?
yeah, dude. Hell
Okay.
yeah. Halo, you kidding me? Pfft, pathetic. All right, keep going.
Dude, get the fuck out of here before I kick you off this fucking podcast again, all right? Sick of
Sit up,
this.
Chris. Hurry up.
Last time he was bashing steak pedos for no reason,
Bro,
asshole.
why you
It's
bashing
steak pitos. Don't get it
my
started.
guy?
You see how you bring up steak pitos?
Yo, steak
Steak
Pitos,
Pitos
my
sucks.
guy.
Yeah, they can both go fucking
Yeah,
play in the
fuck
desert.
off.
Go play in traffic,
Fuck
both of you.
off.
Trash. Okay, question 2, guys. Favorite musical artist of all time?
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, yo, damn.
That's a good one.
Oh, okay. I'm
Go first.
Drake.
Okay.
Blink 182.
Misa, answer if you can.
Shit, I don't know.
That's a good
dude.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm not gonna go with Lena no more.
You're
So
right, though.
Blink
I'm not
182.
gonna go with Lena
think?
anymore.
Yeah, Nick's right.
Okay, so Nick's answer was Blink-182. Lena's answer was Drake, and Lena is wrong again. So 2-0.
Hey, 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
By the way, guys, I forgot to mention this, but the relationship between me and Milena is on the line right now. So if Nick wins, we are officially gonna break up.
Wait, we
and
get
I-
Leonard's keys.
Yeah. And
Hey, Nick, how do you feel about this pressure though?
Man,
How do you
ain't
feel that
pressured,
you're
man.
gonna be
I'm
the
not
one?
pressured. I'm not pressured, man.
I'm
ready
in it
take
to
this
win it.
dub.
Okay, so like I said, we have a life-altering moment here on the line. If Lena loses, we are officially breaking up for like forever. It's just over. You know what I mean? So, okay, question number 3, guys, and this one is a layup.
I think Lena's doing it on purpose now.
Right?
Okay, so look, question 3 is a layup. It's literally a fastball right down the middle of a plate, so everybody can fucking tee off on
I
it.
don't know. It's been harder than we thought.
You think?
Favorite beer?
Ah,
Heineken.
Okay, answer.
that's a good one.
Answer,
I
Nick.
mean, I'm just gonna say Bud Light.
Okay,
You always drink that.
Misa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bud Light. You just always say like you always go with Bud Light.
Okay, so Misa's answer is Bud Light. Nick also has Bud Light. Lena came in with Heineken. Nick and Misa,
I knew it.
you guys are wrong. Heineken would be my favorite beer. The only
job.
reason
Good
I
job.
don't drink it all the time
Good
is
job,
because
props.
how expensive it is.
I got the most important one right.
Yeah, but that one's true. But,
Yeah, that's only one, Lena.
Yeah.
Out of 3.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay.
You live with this guy.
So, yeah, that's true. Okay, question number 4. Favorite thing to eat, but not like, you can't just say chicken. Like, you got to be specific about it, you know?
shit.
Favorite thing to eat.
I know what it
I,
is.
mean, I think so. I think
Let's
it's
see, Nick,
Oh,
you go
shit.
first.
I'll let you go first.
just a chicken sandwich.
Okay, Lena?
You want specifics?
She knows the restaurant and everything.
Well, no, just kind of like something like Nick said.
Okay, I'll say chicken parm.
Okay, Misa?
You probably have a lot more meals with Lena than with Nick nowadays. So I'm gonna go with Lena on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the L.
Okay, so Misa's siding with Milena, which Milena chose chicken parmesan. Nick chose a basic chicken sandwich. Doesn't really matter from where. Misa and Lena, you guys are wrong.
I didn't think I was gonna get that one.
Yo, Nick is mopping her right now,
I didn't
bro.
fucking think I was gonna get that one.
I was gonna
Hey,
be
look at-
fucking technical and be like a buffalo chicken sandwich, but then
From
you were like,
Wendy's.
Oh, come on.
no, you fucked me up on that.
Hey,
His
well,
whole order.
yeah, hey, you could have just said chicken sandwich. You would have gotten it right.
He said chicken sandwich already.
I know, but you guys can say the same thing.
You just fucked me up on
Okay, we're
purpose.
restarting the whole game. No, just kidding. Okay, question number
Just
5.
break up already, Nick.
Give him the keys already.
Question number 5.
Jesus.
What is my biggest pet peeve?
Oh yeah, I don't know that shit.
Oh, I know.
Go, you're on the clock. Answer it.
Talking when you're trying to play music in the car.
Okay, Nick.
Now that you heard it, huh?
Yeah. I think just stupid people in traffic.
Okay, that's
I really think
that's a good one.
He
too.
gets so pissed. He has like road rage.
Good one.
Misa, you got an answer here?
Yeah, you know what? Probably the road rage.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go with Nick this time. I'm gonna keep going with Nick
For the
probably.
boys.
for the
For the boys.
okay, so
For the boys.
let us said people talking while I'm trying to play music in the car. Nick and Misa said just bad drivers. So in this case, Nick and Misa, you guys are wrong.
Damn.
Look, trust me, I hate bad drivers and I get pissed the fuck off because it's terrible and I literally like lose my shit. But you know what I can't stand? When I have a banger on and the people in the car are willingly disrespecting the banger and not only causing me anguish and anxiety and like discomfort, but I'm like, you guys are missing. I'm gifting you this song and you guys are ignoring it and it's pissing me off. There's nothing worse than that, bro.
There's times where our friends get in the car, right? I figured this out early where they get in the car and I'm talking to them, what's up? How you been? What are you doing? What'd you do today? Chris is literally turning the music up.
Yes.
To a point
Stop
where you
talking.
can't.
Shut him up.
Yes.
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 Yes. Here's my logic, dude. We're going to get to wherever we're going to go, and we'll have plenty of time to talk. When we're in the car, can we listen to some music, please? Yeah. Don't be on your phone. Don't be, like, calling somebody. Like, dude, that shit drives me through the fucking roof. Like, I
know what,
want
Chris? I
to
think the
play
solution-
bangers in my car, not hear
The
people
solution
talk.
to that, Chris, is just drive by yourself. Nobody wants to hear you bitching about your music.
No one wants to hear you cry.
Hey, well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, bro. That shit fucking
Yeah,
boils
but people
my
do
blood.
that. Like they'll answer their phone, like in a like middle of a badass song.
Yes, dude. That shit
And
is,
talk over it.
That shit is disrespectful as hell. I'm like, dude, you like just tell them you'll call them back. We're gonna be wherever we're going in 5 minutes.
Just toss their phone.
But there's those kind of people like my brother, man. My brother's kind of like you.
Thank
but,
you. Shout out to him.
You know, there's times where I need to answer my phone or something or a text.
Okay,
And
then
my brother, what he'll
text
do
him
is he'll
back.
pause the song and
No.
then he'll start it over when I'm done.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but
Oh, you'll
even
start it
okay,
over?
but even that is an inconvenience because now I gotta wait for you and hear your bullshit conversation. Oh, like, yeah, babe, I put the enchiladas in the oven. They're there.
I'm
Yes.
talking about text.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Send a text then. Just whatever. Don't fucking talk during the song. Okay. I'm super sensitive about that part. Lena got that one correct. Question
Hey, good
number
job, Lena.
6. If I had to choose one of these for the rest of my life, which one would it be? Music, movies, podcasts, or video games? And I'm talking about to entertain myself.
That's easy.
So, Lena, go first.
Well, yeah, music.
Okay.
I got the same.
Nick, you're going with music
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Misa, what are you going with there?
You know what, man? I would have set the podcast because we're in it to win it, right?
No. What? No.
Hey.
That's why
I like
I'm-
that.
No, hold on.
Because if you're not thinking like that right now,
No.
Then,
That's what I said.
yeah, we
I-
need somebody else.
No, I said right when I said this question to entertain myself. What am I going to use? Am I going to listen to a podcast? Am I going to listen to music? Am I going to play a video game? You know what I mean? I'm not saying like what I'm like doing with my life. I'm like, what is my go-to thing to entertain myself? That's the question.
Yeah, well, I mean, if your number one thing to do in life is to do a podcast, then of course a podcast would be something you'd want to listen to forever.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I guess, but I mean, but still, music is like I listen to music.
So
more
music
than I
is your
listen to
answer. Is that what
podcasts.
you're saying?
Misa.
Yeah, so Misa, you got that one wrong.
I think all
Whatever, I
our
wasn't
music
even
influences like
I wasn't even playing.
I wasn't.
Chris made like a impact in my music like preferences. Like
Telling
since
you,
we were
bro.
little,
True.
Yep.
like since I could remember, honestly,
you.
like Blink 182
Trash
days,
music.
like all that.
Trash.
Misa just listens to fuck.
If you guys hear him freestyle at the beginning of this,
Hey, I'm sorry, I haven't fucking rapped in a long time, but Misa's life motto is if it wasn't recorded before 1975, I'm not gonna listen to it. That's his life motto.
1955.
There's so many bangers.
All right,
There's
guys.
so many bangers.
So that was the Who Knows Chris Best segment. I think
you didn't answer the question.
it's
Was that a
music.
tie?
You guys both
It's
got it.
music.
Yeah, they
Okay.
tied.
Yeah, so who won?
They tied.
Oh, no, we're tied. So we need one more.
A bonus.
We need a bonus
Rigged.
question.
Now
I
they
don't-
can't break up.
I don't. I don't have a bonus
I'm
question.
in this bitch
Just think
now.
of something random.
Let me think of something random, but that's not gonna be easy for you guys. Okay, so what would be like my choice profession? What is like something I've always wanted to
It's
be?
easy too, man.
Yeah, that's
Hey, hold on. How about
Yeah.
this? If you could choose a sport to play for,
Okay, there you go.
That's easy too.
Oh, if you could play a sport.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay,
because you
what-
can't play any sports.
what
That's
would-
why
Okay,
we're
look.
saying.
Watch. Ask us those questions and we'll say the same answer.
Yeah, we're gonna say the same answers.
Yeah, like
for
if
both
you
of us.
ask-
Okay, well let's see. Okay, so let's go with the sports
Soccer?
one.
The sport,
Well,
soccer.
even Lisa knows.
Soccer. Okay.
Soccer.
So soccer's that one. What was the other one? Was the profession?
Well,
sports
now it'd be to
broadcaster?
get paid. Yeah, to get paid to do podcasts.
Podcasting
Yeah.
slash sports broadcaster for sure. You see? Okay, I think we're gonna leave it as a tie.
No.
I can't think of any other questions. The other two
All right,
that we
Chris,
thought of, you guys
Chris,
fucking
just
got
think a number from 1 to 10 and see who gets the closest.
it. Okay, yeah, I got my number. Okay, one to 10.
Paper, scissors, rock. There you go.
No, 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
2.
2.
6.
Let it guess the exact number.
Hey, good job, Lena. Good job.
Oh shit.
Hey, yeah, you know what, Lena? Good job, I guess.
I guess. All right, cool. So, guys, that was the Who Knows Chris Best segment. That was kind of fun to do. That was funny. Fucking even
That was
Misa
a
had
good one. That was a good one.
even Misa had some fucking answers right
But
in
see,
there.
the
I
funny
like
thing,
that. There you
the
go.
funny thing is there was like
Yeah,
a
dude.
solid 3 that we knew.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I kind of made it that way because I wanted you guys to be like, yeah, we both know this guy. You know? Okay, so next thing, guys, before we start wrapping up this podcast, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do our funniest scenes from the internet today. We're gonna go around the Zoom call here. Everybody's gonna kind of show us a meme or something that they saw on the internet today that made them laugh, and they're gonna kind of describe it to the audience. Okay. Who wants to go first on this one? Do we got any takers?
I'll go
I'm
first.
ready. No, go, Misa.
All right. Yeah, I saw this one on Facebook, man, and I follow this like dad page, and it was showing like hilarious like dad memes that actually like make sense, you know, that you go through. And well, there's this one where there's this dad and this little kid, and this kid's asking his dad, how do I know if a girl likes me? And his dad says, I don't even know if your mom likes me. And I thought that was hilarious.
Chris.
Hey, that's a very relatable meme for sure.
That's the one I put on your Facebook, no?
No, that's a different one.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that's the one about the memes that she don't like
Oh.
you, bro. She just likes your memes.
Yes.
Hold back.
I was
Okay.
looking for Brienne because I can't find
So,
Joe.
Lena, you have your funniest scene from the weekend, right? Or
Okay.
from the internet? What?
Yeah, so it's a man. He looks very stressed. He's looking out the window in anguish. He's looking at a reflection of himself, happy, holding a bag of pizza rolls. And the caption says, when you ate all the pizza rolls and then remember the good times of when you still had the pizza rolls.
That's a good one.
Lena loves
That's pretty
pizza,
good.
guys.
I
She loves
love
pizza.
pizza.
Okay, Nick, you and me want to go on this one.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'll go on this one, guys. So, this meme is a guy. So imagine you're in a kitchen setting, right? There's a countertop, and on the countertop is a nice gourmet burger, right? Like a double patty, nice looking buns on it, and it's just sitting there perfectly, right? The guy is eye level with the burger, like he's like fucking positioning himself to be eye burger with it, or eye level with the burger, and it says me, and then the burger says when the booty cheeks hang out the shorts, And
Oh.
the guy's just admiring that shit, bro. Like he's like,
Dude.
it's hilarious,
The-
man.
The exact same reaction that you would to like a gourmet burger.
Yeah, the burger, like just looking at the burger,
Can't
you
see
want to
it.
eat
Just
it.
juicy.
Yeah, I
Just
see it.
send it.
Just a juicy
Can't see it,
burger.
Chris. Just send it to
No,
me.
I know. I'll send it to you, but yeah, just a juicy ass burger. The guy's in love. You know what I mean? Okay, Nick.
All right, so mine. All right, so picture like a Facebook Messenger, like when you get a message. All right, so this chick's name is Mela Frias. So the dude sends Mela, and she sends a question mark, and he puts Mela Pelas.
You know what,
God,
man? I
gross.
have seen one like that before, but it was like this girl. It's just some Asian girl, and her name was like Xing something. And then some guys are like, "Hey, Xing," and then she's like, "Yeah, Xinga su madre."
She got some mother.
God bless.
Yo, that's a good one.
All right, so guys, those were our funniest scenes from the internet today. The internet is a beautiful place at times, and will give you glorious comedic content if you allow it to. Before we wrap up the podcast, guys, we like to do this with all our guests. We like to bring them on here and ask them 5 random questions and really just kind of get to know them a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do right now. Are you ready for this, Misa? Mm-hmm. Lena, are you ready for this?
I was born ready.
Nick, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Okay, guys. So we're going to have our 5 random questions. Question number 1. If you could be a member of the opposite sex for a day, what's the first thing you would do?
Damn, that's a hard one.
So what are you doing
Wow,
if you woke up tomorrow and you were a girl? What are you going to do first thing?
Have a baby.
Fuck no.
Good luck. We'll talk to Tanya about that shit.
I would go to the bar and probably try and
I just
like,
look at my
get as
body,
many
honestly.
drinks as I
You
can.
just check
I just
yourself
check
out?
my body out. Like that's probably it.
Nick would,
I go jogging.
Yeah,
Nick would spend like 2 hours in the bathroom just examining himself.
Have you guys seen The
raw
Grinch?
stuff like
And where
like
he's like,
like
ooh,
Jack Ditsy Rose.
Hey, hold
That's-
on. Have you seen what?
The Grinch.
Okay, what about it?
Right before Jim Carrey's gonna go down to Whoville, he's like, ooh, that's how I pictured
checking
Nick.
himself out,
Yeah, he's checking himself out and trying on different not costumes, outfits.
Hey, Misa, so I want to ask you this question too. What would you do if you woke up as a girl tomorrow?
I don't know, dude. Probably go. I don't know.
You gotta say something.
I don't know. I'll probably try and rip somebody off like they did to my friend or something.
Finesse someone, finesse a
Okay,
guy.
try to finesse.
First thing I
somebody.
did is like, oh my god, now I could send all these nudes.
Okay, yeah, start sending
Get
dudes.
paid for
First thing you're gonna do. Okay, start at OnlyFans.com.
OnlyFans.
Send nudes to myself, to my own cell phone.
Okay, Lena,
Just save them on my phone for later or
since,
something.
since she's the only girl on the podcast, what would you do if you woke up and you had a penis tomorrow?
What any fucking girl would do, we'd stand and we'd take a piss.
Okay, I guess yeah,
Really?
that's a good one.
I don't think you guys understand. Like, obviously our parts are different. It's so much more convenient for you
really?
to just whip that stupid shit out, do your business, and whip it back in. It's not that easy
Stupid
for
shit.
girls.
You like that
Girl is-
stupid shit.
Mercedes is like fascinated about it.
Yeah,
She's like, yo, like you really like.
What does it
That's
do?
how. Yeah, you
Nah,
know.
and the thing that these girls don't understand is that like it takes work, you know, like
Yeah, dude, they don't get it, dude.
that shit
They don't get
heavy,
it.
you know, like it hurts your back sometimes when you walk. You know, you gotta make sure you sit down carefully.
Well, fuck you.
You know,
Try
like-
having boobs and a period and
like
then
that,
fucking
like-
talk to me.
Hey, no, Lena, have you ever sat on the toilet and your dick touched the water? No.
Yeah, that's a terrible feeling.
Welcome to
Yeah.
our life.
Yeah, that's a terrible
Well,
feeling.
maybe my life. I don't know
It's
about Chris.
just the tip is just wet, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah,
this
she's
is
there, she's
uncomfortable.
swimming in there, like
Yeah.
next
Have
to
you
your
ever
turd. That's not
shoved
cool.
a fucking watermelon out of a hole? No.
Have you ever been kicked in the balls? Yo,
Yes, she has.
That's so mean. I don't know why people do that.
Okay, so that's kind of why that's why I picked that question. That question was like made to give us some good content right there. So, question number 2, Nick, if you could write one law that everyone had to follow, what would it be?
I don't know. It's kind of hard thinking about that one.
One law,
Like anything.
anything.
You know what? I'm tired of these Karens. I am tired of them. I see a new video every day of a Karen. You know, you act like that, and there's some sort of proof, like
Well, that's
arrest
your law.
them. Yeah, you know what? Let those women
Can't
get
name your
arrested.
child Karen.
Dude, I would never name my child Karen.
No more Karens in the world.
Like, I feel bad for women that are named Karen right now.
The thing that's like funny about that, okay, it's not funny, but if you think about this, how long have people been saying Guadalupe, Maria, or fucking Shaquisha? Like, they've been racially profiling other ethnicities' names forever.
And they get triggered now.
Yeah, and now that they're faced with the same sort of racist, I guess you can say, behavior, now it's a problem. But it's
Yeah.
like, this is what you guys have been doing.
All right, so Nick's rule or law would be that there could be no more Karen type behavior.
No
out
more
there.
Karenism.
Yeah, so anytime you see these videos of
Karen.
people just acting out and for no reason, none of that. Now you will be arrested and prosecuted under Nick's new law.
Not even prosecutors, just straight to fucking doing time.
Yep,
Dude,
straight
straight
to
to the-
convicted
No
Yeah.
wasting no tax money on that whole.
on a trial or nothing.
No,
Okay.
like your name's Karen, you're proven guilty right there.
No, we believe in due process.
Question 3: Are you a lover or a fighter, Nick?
I think both.
Whoa,
Love to fight.
One.
I'm both.
He loves to fight.
That's Mercedes. I'm both.
Okay,
both.
so
Okay, if you had to only pick one.
I think where I am in my life right now, a lover.
hey,
Hell yeah.
he's a lover, spreading love throughout
Can't
the
fight
world.
anymore, man. My back
Yeah.
hurts.
My back. Misa's like, I'm choosing love only because my back hurts, or else I'd still be out there fighting.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, question 4.
Hey, just take my wallet, bro. You don't have to punch me.
Question 4.
I'm broke anyways.
Oh, that credit card's not gonna pass anyway, bro. Get out of here. I missed a payment last month. All right, question.
Can I get my coupons back though?
Question 4. Do you lie to the dentist when he asks if you've been flossing daily?
Nah. I even told Lennon that too.
What?
I was like, no, there's no way. And he's like, no, dude, I floss every day.
Like, you guys know those little flosser toothpick, like
Those are my
2-in-1 things?
favorite. Yes.
Yo, like, I have to have them. I have to. Dude, I leave them everywhere. Mercy gets so pissed. Like, I have to use those every single day. Like, every single day.
It's like a full-on chicken leg just stuck in one of them, like laying on the floor.
That's how Chris's mom is.
Yeah, really? Oh, yeah, Auntie does do that.
Hey, do you floss, Misa?
You know what? Not as much as I should, man. To be honest, bro.
Okay.
But
Same.
real quick, I follow Steve-O from Jackass. He has a podcast as well,
Hey.
and he sometimes puts up a video of just random stuff, and he put up a video of like one of his most embarrassing stuff, and it was about his teeth. He always has some jacked up teeth. And he kept saying, like, if one thing in my life that I could do to go back, and he's done a lot of crazy shit if you think about it.
Fuck yeah.
And the number one thing for him was to floss every single day. So, like that, little stuff like that. I was like, oh shit, dude.
Bro,
And
that's what he wants to go back and change? That
dude,
the
I had just
flossing?
finished flossing, so I was like,
Right.
dude, I need to go floss right now.
Bro, that's ridiculous. I don't think he really means that.
Yeah, but see, the difference too is like,
I've seen the episode where they like staple his balls sack somewhere to
They
the
pierce
wall.
his ass cheeks.
Yeah, they
together.
pierce his ass cheeks. I'm sure he regrets some of that stuff too, bro. God bless.
well, it's
Floss.
I guess in the long run, because I don't know, man. I mean, you'll get a scar from that, but that's it. But you know, you fuck up
You'll get a scar from getting your
like,
ass
it's
cheeks
done.
pierced, but you'll be fine. Okay. Question 5. Okay. And actually, I think I want all of us to answer this one just to see where we would be at.
What's up?
Question 5.
Holy shit.
Jesus fucking Christ, Misa. God bless. Jesus. Okay. So you have to choose one. There's 3 options. Option 1, $5,000 cash, but you got to do 1 week in prison. Option 2, $50,000 cash, but you got to do 3 months in prison. Or option 3, $1 million cash, but 6 months in prison. Which one are you going for, Nick?
It's just 6
Oh,
months.
easy, man. For
Okay.
me, it's gonna be 1 mil, dude.
You guys are going to
Yeah.
prison
Go
for
big or
6
go
months?
home.
Dude,
No,
half a
actually,
year?
go big and you get to go home.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck yeah.
If you come out of there alive, bro.
It's like, hey, girl, I'll be back in 6 months. I'll probably
I
come back ripped with tattoos
You
and
can
shit.
sell 1 cigarette for $10, bro.
Fucking blue.
Blue saying, man, he'd take it all the way too, right? Go a mil.
Okay,
1
so
mil.
Fuck yeah.
everybody on the podcast is choosing 6 months in prison for $1 million. Is that what I'm getting here, Lena?
None.
yeah,
I mean, honestly, I mean, I just like, you're telling me that giving away my fucking freedom for a fucking week for only $5,000, then yeah, I would obviously go for like the bigger fucking reward, which is $1 million. But I don't know. I guess 6 months.
Okay.
It makes
Half a
sense,
year?
man. You're not gonna have a job or anything that's gonna give you, $1 million in 6
You
months.
get ripped. Like fuck it.
Yeah, so over here, hey, you get fed. You're indoors all day,
And then you
get
get out
to make
rich.
friends.
Okay, cool.
You get to work out with them. You might see some action at the same
You
time.
might stab
Like
a fool.
All right, so just so you guys know,
You
what I've set up is I've been in talks with the production company, and they want to send us to prison for 6 months and pay us $1 million. So it looks like you guys
That'd be
all
dope.
agreed to that. So that's what's coming up, you guys. So
No.
shout out to
Hey,
y'all.
I'd be down. I'm taking top bunk.
Hey, well, you don't get
Top bunk.
to choose that, bro. We're gonna put you in a prison with some guy who's been there for maybe 15 years, and now you have to deal with them.
Yeah, whatever, Chris.
Okay, so
Chris
everybody,
would be the first one to quit.
dude, I'm not down to be locked up for 6 months, dude. Fuck that.
Dude, $1 million
Exactly.
for 6 months, dude.
I don't know, bro. Those 6 months are
Easy
gonna
money, bro.
suck.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
maybe.
get
I mean,
paid.
you might not survive those 6
You
months.
might not
knowing you,
survive
Chris.
the 6 months. No, knowing you're the one that
Fuck
likes
no.
to fight.
Dude, look at your arms. What are you talking about?
What does that have to do with anything?
Dude, I'll be
Hey,
in there
hey.
being like a legal like consulate to all these guys. People will love me in there. But,
You're a
like,
very personable
They'd
person.
like-
hate you. They'd be like, it's because of you I'm in here.
No.
Do you work for this?
I'd be in there giving them legal advice, bro. I'd be in there like, yo, this is what you got to do. This is
Yeah,
how
what?
gotta
You shouldn't
move
have
this
fucked up,
video."
bro.
Yeah, that's what I'll tell them. And then Misa would be in there like fighting every day at lunch for his
Hey,
fucking
running that shit. It would be because of me that you get
his
to
third
eat, boy.
serving of fucking green beans or
For
whatever.
a piece of bread.
Yeah, he'd be throwing hands for
Hey.
bread every week. And then
Hey,
one,
Nick, go step on Chris real quick. Show him some discipline.
Knock his ass out real quick.
Right? Bam.
All right, so let's finish up this podcast, guys. We got one more question for Nick. It's a bonus question. Lena has one comment to make.
No, I'm the bonus question.
Oh, you're
I'm
gonna ask the
always
bonus
the
question.
bonus
Okay.
question.
Lena's gonna ask the bonus
That's
question.
That's
here.
your part.
That's my part.
Hell yeah.
We're all just playing our roles here, guys. So, Lena, can you hit Nick with the bonus question here?
One word to describe your life, and you can't say blessed.
That's like the most basic one. Huh?
That's the most basic ass
Ah,
answer.
how basic it
haters.
is. I have it tattooed. Like, that's how basic it is.
It's
Do you have a
okay.
tattoo that says blessed?
I'm truly blessed.
I have the birds that go into a feather. Talk about
Oh, okay.
basic.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's basic. Or just the feather. Like,
Yes.
Tattoos are basic.
I didn't even know I was basic till a couple months later.
I think I'm just gonna say happy.
Happy?
That's a good one.
There you go.
I'm happy right now.
You look happy, bro. Looking
yeah.
at you right now, smiling. So that's
Hey,
good.
man, but I'm glad that you're happy, bro. Especially in these times of days, man. Like, no
Yeah,
joke.
fuck yeah.
It's good to hear people being happy and kind of moving on and trying to work shit out because
Yeah,
it's
definitely,
so many
man.
bad times. And there's a lot of people out there that are having a hard time. Luckily, me, you, Chris, Lena, we're doing okay. We're still working and shit.
Yeah.
But there's
Okay.
people out there that I know that are struggling, man. But keep y'all's heads up, all right? If Nick can do it and if Chris could survive, y'all can too.
If Chris can survive, you can do it.
Bro, if I could survive, you guys could do more than survive, bro. I'm telling you.
Asthmatic ass.
You guys should be millionaires by this point. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast. This was episode 33 of Conversing with Chris and Misa. Guys, make sure to go subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, Apple Podcast, rate, review. Please do that. We would greatly appreciate it. Now we're going to go ahead and give our final thoughts, and we'll wrap this shit up. Lena, final thoughts on today's podcast.
You know I love you.
Okay.
So thank you for spending time with us. I mean, honestly, yeah, of course, Chris and I miss you 100%. We spent a lot of time with Nick I guess that's the cool thing about being with Chris is that I'm exposed to all these different people just because
Well,
he's,
let's chill on the exposed word right now. This is a
Oh.
global
I don't think that's a
pandemic.
good word to say right now.
Yeah, let's
you're
not
right.
use exposed.
He introduces me to a lot of different people. And I don't know, I'm just really blessed to have you a part of my life. Definitely glad. It's kind of funny to like look back and think like we've gone to Moriarty together, we've gone to concerts together, like you've spent so much time with us at the house or at the apartments. Like it's definitely good to have you here.
Okay.
Misa, final thoughts on today's podcast.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Nick, man. Chris had always talked. He's talked a lot about you, and it's rare when we just stop what we're doing and start recording, and that just means a lot knowing that you're close to Chris, man, and also, dude, it's also you're a very special guy because you're our first guest in this whole thing, episode 1, man, being on there with Chris when his first thing started. So
day
you always be
one,
that
ride
number
or
one
die.
guest. So shout out to you, Nick. Shout out to Chris and Lena. It's always a good one, guys. And
thanks,
everybody
guys.
listening, thank you for the support, guys.
Hey, just so you guys know, in the audience today, we've had our special friend Blue hanging out. So,
Yeah. Blue.
hey, Blue, you want to
been
come
here?
give some final thoughts on this podcast, real
Final
fast,
thoughts
bro?
on this podcast, Blue, that you saw so far?
Wait, Blue.
Pretty drunk right now. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, great
Okay.
contribution. That's all we
Okay.
needed. We don't need more than that.
But at the same time, thank you for just hanging out with us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for having me.
Blue, that was perfect, bro. That's exactly what I wanted. Just straight to the point. I love it. Okay, Nick, final thoughts real fast.
Yo, I think we had constant laughs.
Constant
today.
laughs.
Yeah.
I think it was a good episode. It was
Yeah.
good to be back.
It's like just us hanging out.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, what's it been since November? Since I've been here?
It's been a while, bro,
It's
for
been a
sure.
minute. So,
So a
thank you
little less
guys.
than a year.
All right, guys. So this is episode 33, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Nick, thank you very much for joining us on this episode.
Thanks, guys.
Shout out to all the supporters, all the listeners. You guys are what drives us to keep getting better and better at this. Like I said, show your friends, show your family. We're on all the socials, guys. It's really easy to find us.
Show your dog.
Show your dog, show your cat, show your fish.
Oh, man.
I just
I
remembered
mean, we're not
something.
vegetarians, but we love all animals.
So Nick told me a secret, and I think I've gotta not expose. I don't even know another word.
Stop
to-
using the exposed word. Jesus. The pandemic.
He was making me laugh because he told me that he'll fall asleep listening to podcasts, and he felt like
Oh, he felt
You
like
guys
we
are-
attacked him.
he felt like
guys are
yeah.
Jamie
I got
episode.
triggered. I got really triggered. I always have
Hey,
to
that's
put a
good.
fucking
Hey,
AirPod
really,
in and
really
crash
quick,
out.
a really quick shout out because that just reminded me. It's good to run into people that you haven't seen in a while, but that are fans of our podcast. The other day, I ran into an old friend I used to work with at the mall at security. His name's Heriberto Parra. So
Hey,
shout out to
shout
him,
out.
man, because I saw him over at Walmart. I was just going in there, and he stopped me and he gave us he told me pretty much that he listens to it, while he's at work, and he enjoys it, and he's looking forward to more episodes. So that right there made me feel happy, knowing that it's bringing entertainment, it's bringing, people are liking it. So shout out to Eddie, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks for listening, and yeah, man. Thanks again, Nick, Lena, Chris. Good shit, guys.
All right, guys. So, yes, this is going to be the end of episode 33. Like I said, shout out to everybody who's been listening and supporting us. That's going to be it for us today, guys. We are... Out!